Hey everyone, this is Grace. Hope you've been well. I wanted to share with you some happy mail that arrived, and oh my goodness, did these two cards put a big smile on my face. This comes to me from Sheila Walsh. She is, oh my goodness, I think she's just Oh my goodness, I just always think of her as Sheila Walsh, that I've forgotten completely right now her YouTube channel. Anyway, I'm going to link down in the description bar a video that she did of one of her amazing, she does actually a number of projects when she finds a stamp that she likes, and there were a number of videos or projects that she did with this particular, I like to call her the mermaid, but anyway, let me just share with you what she did. I mean, she always decorates her envelopes so beautifully, and without disclosing her address, isn't that beautiful? Anyway, now hold on. Let me see if, hold on. All right, so what I did was I flipped the envelope to the back because I wanted to share with you not only the front but the back of this. And this is one of her easels, and just absolutely, this screams out Sheila Walsh. And for those of you who are new to my channel, you may not know, but over the years that I have been blessed to know Sheila, she has sent me a number of her artworks, and I do consider that, I mean, all of the crafting that you guys do are considered artworks, but I don't know, Sheila just kind of takes it to a next level. I mean, I aspire to be at this level, right? So, and you know, she's from Ireland, and the post is, it just is insane. So, Sheila, I so appreciate the time that went into this, as well as just the care to send it all the way across the Atlantic Ocean. So, you know, anytime you guys send me cards or letters, the time, you know, the five love languages that Gary Chapman talks about. I think one of mine is just time, and when you guys spend time doing things, writing things, I just so appreciate. So thank you. Isn't this wonderful? It's so magical looking, and yeah, I like how she seems very, very mermaidy, you know, with this kind of scaly. I like how she did believe, and even though it's a bunch of die cuts that she put, like the fish have been fussy cut and placed on here, and there's just so much texture and just amazing, but it also looks very cohesive, organic. So let me share with you the back. I don't think Sheila's gonna mind. Isn't this beautiful? She even did the back, and she said, "Hi Grace, thank you so much for the beautiful Easter card. I wish you the best of health. Get well soon. Everything will be okay. Sending prayers to you. Millions of hugs, Sheila." So that's what I'm hoping, Sheila. That's what I'm praying. But I mean, regardless of what, you know, when I get called home, the lesson these days I'm learning is every day is just a blessing. And as I had my little youth kids memorize, what is it, Psalm 90, verse 12? You know, teach us to number our days so that we may have a heart of wisdom. And, you know, regardless of how healthy we are, just our days are numbered, and I forget that. So I think this certainly battle that I have with my disease is still really making that point very clear to me, that it is limited, and so I need to really take advantage and really just relish every day. Now, here's the thing. This is an easel card. Ta-da! Isn't that gorgeous? So needless to say, it's going to go on my windowsill of lovely cards. There's actually a window right in front of this video, or in front of my desk. And so, yeah, I'm going to put it there to cheer me up, to keep me hopeful, and to keep believing. And how pretty is that, right? Oh, excuse the Kleenex. Anyway, so thank you so much, Sheila. I do appreciate it. You guys know it's been crazy, certainly with my, just taking care of my health, as well as trying to stay abreast of all of the demands of the spring term. And so usually just, work in itself would be challenging enough, but I feel like taking care of my health and going to see doctors and just every day the supplements and the medicine that I have to take, and I just have to keep my wits about me. And I'm hoping that the disease doesn't progress and that we're actually in the process of nipping it or getting it to diminish. But it feels like a full-time job. So my calendar has been filled with appointments here, appointments there, and then my medication is such that it's very time specific. So I set an alarm on my cell phone. And just, yeah, it's been still a blessing. What can I say? That I have avenues of treatment. So that's been awesome. And then Cathie has sent me this beautiful card and, or actually, adorable card, right? And I love how the band-aids look like a cross, and it says praying for you as you get better. And oh my goodness, it was such a joy. I got such a kick out of this, Cathie, that you'll be pleased to know. My crafty colleague number 2 is a fellow Peanuts fan, and I shared this with her, and she was just like, oh, Peanuts Band-Aids. So, aren't these so cute? I'm gonna have to keep this. So, so cute. So, so cute. And then on the inside, let me make sure that it's something that I can share. Yes, it totally is. Look, on the inside, this is one of my favorite pictures of Snoopy. Just when you look at him doing his Snoopy happy dance, it's just unadulterated pure joy, glee of life. And so, yeah, I have a, you guys saw my Christmas Hallmark, Peanuts figurine, little automated music thing. From time to time, I will press that and do my own version of the happy Snoopy dance. So, anyway, I love this. God is my helper. He is a friend of mine. And she writes, Dear Grace. And then so she tacked on to what the card says. Remember that you're special and you're prayed for every day, and God is watching over you. He cares in every way. So thank you so much, Cathie. You have no idea just what a strength and comfort it is that not only am I praying for my health and my family members and, close friends are praying for me, in real life, but that the friends that I've made via YouTube, yourself included, are just praying so seriously for me. It's invaluable, and I cannot express just how much I appreciate that, because those prayers do not go unanswered, nor do they go unheard, right? God hears every single prayer, and just the fact that every day I wake up and it's like, I wake up with a thankful heart. And I say, dear Lord, whether I slept well or not, this morning I didn't, I woke up feeling a little bit not so well, but it was still such a blessing. And to be reminded of that, and I think it is definitely the strength of all the prayers that you're sending me, certainly, that help to continue to keep me upbeat and hopeful for a future and all of that stuff. So she tacked on to that message, and God gives us Band-Aid helps while the real healing is taking place. And so I totally agree. The medicine that I'm taking certainly is helpful, but the real healing I know is coming from Christ. So, my mom has been praying every day that Lord Jesus, in the same way that you healed so many people while you were here on this earth, for him to, send his healing power certainly through my body. And, I've already shared, I need to write you a really long letter. That's for sure. I'm hoping in the summer that I will be able to resume my health blog. And then that way, I think it'll just be an easy way to direct everyone who's been praying for me there, so that you guys can read the specifics. But, just since December, when I had these health concerns actually pop up and made me aware of just how serious my condition is right now, I think just we've seen miracle upon miracles, and the progression of health. And I don't know if it makes any sense to those of you. Probably doesn't, because you don't know fully a lot of you don't know the full extent of what I had to deal with and what I'm still dealing with now, but just the fact that I can drive and walk and get up from my chair without pain and without any fear that there's going to be some serious, you know, danger to my, spine or anything. It's such an incredible miracle. The fact that my eye specialist was able to perform surgery and hopefully have it heal without any interference, from my disease and all of that. It's such an incredible miracle and blessing. And, on those days of challenge, I look back on the blessings and the miracle that God's already done. And I think, you know what, Lord, I'm going to continue to hold on to the fact that you are an expert in performing miracles. In my life, regardless of whether people say there's a God or there isn't a God or whatnot, in my life, I can firmly attest to the fact that there is a God. And that in certainly the moments of crisis where I felt the weakest is when, ironically, I was made aware of just how incredibly powerful He is and how comforting and loving He is and how merciful He is and so on. And so, yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear, but I have to, like, when I breathe, it's not deeply enough. But what's so funny is I had two doctors listen to my lungs. They were so funny. They were saying, I don't know what to tell you. Your lungs sound clear. And I said, that's a blessing that they sound clear. I just don't know why I'm still having a hard time coughing. And, anyway, so I know that God is doing something there as well. But, just thank you so much, Cathie. These Band-Aids, these cards and letters, yeah, my colleagues are well aware of these weekly cards and letters that you send. And I know that I say I appreciate them, but please don't ever feel, burdened to send me these letters, because I know you are so incredibly busy too, and a lot of concerns and, responsibilities on your end. So just, yeah, it's such a blessing, and I so appreciate this. And this is going to go on my windowsill as well. I love this Band-Aid and this such a brilliant motif. I love it. So thank you so much. I just cannot express to you just what a source of strength your letter ministry has been to me, and your prayer ministry, and certainly the rest of you who are watching this. Thank you so much. Just the fact that you're taking time out of your day to watch videos. And, oftentimes I get the Tuesday morning haul views because I watch those to see what's coming out on Tuesday morning and, things like that. But when you guys watch Happy Meal videos, it's such a blessing that you would take time just to watch a video of, letters or things that people have sent me, and just to hear me chit chat. And I so appreciate that. And I know that when you leave comments, and a number of you, I spent a little bit of time this morning replying to comments that were left on the Tuesday morning haul. And so many of you, wrote that you're sending prayers, continuing to pray for me. And I so appreciate that, because there is definitely strength in prayer. And the more people I know who are praying for me, I feel like there's strength in the numbers too, So it's this journey, this health journey, even though it's been very challenging and has been difficult, has really served as a way, I think, that God has used to kind of reset. And, my parents and I were talking about how, there are certain things in our lives that God tries to teach us. And when we don't learn it the first time, it comes back again and again and again until we can learn it. And one of the things that I had failed to learn, I think, really well was that, the spiritual, temple of God, in terms of the church, I try to really honor and, there are certain non-negotiables in my life in regards to my faith. And if at all physically possible, one of the non-negotiables for me is that I make it to Sunday worship service. And so can you imagine when I could barely walk? It was still such a blessing to be able to physically get to church and to give worship with my youth kids, and just to, in a public setting, just worship God together with other believers. And so just the fact that the lessons that I'm learning now is that I need to take care of the physical temple that He's given me, which is my body. And even though, I was thinking, well, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so I'm staying healthy or whatnot, I totally forgot that, or I just ignored the fact that what I put into my body, in terms of, I love cheese, and I love fried chicken, and, all the yummy Western high fat, high carb, high protein, things that we can have. I really loved. And that was something that was really harmful for my body, certainly. And the fact that with my busy schedule, I chose a very sedentary lifestyle, and I did not, if I was tired, I was like, forget it, I don't want to work out. And then one day of not working out would, spread out to weeks and weeks. And so eventually I think that caught up to me. And now I am dealing with some, serious, consequences to that. And so I think, my parents and I were saying, I think God's really giving me the opportunity to start from ground zero, get really healthy. So literally everything I eat now is something that is super healthy for my body. Just fruits. I try not to eat anything processed. So bye-bye cheese, bye-bye, chips, bye-bye, I have been told meat is really bad for me right now. So bye-bye meat, no fried chicken, no steaks, no blah, blah, blah. And I just, I shared, right, previously that I just, tell myself I'm choosing to have no choice in my foods other than what God has created in terms of fruits and vegetables and grains as much as possible. And so, yeah, I think since more than 2 years ago, since this health journey started, that first year I dropped about 40 pounds. And then with the fall term starting up again and such, I wasn't as vigilant with my exercise nor with my eating. I kind of fell back to my old habits. And I regained, I think, 5 pounds when I really should have continued to, lose weight. So since December, I've lost an additional, I think, 25 pounds now. And I'm hoping to lose an additional 10 pounds. So, and it's so funny because it's so much easier to lose the weight and to maintain this health diet, because it's not an aesthetics thing, but it's more like literally life, issues. So, yeah, and it's kind of weird. I'm surrounded by a lot of still high carb, high fat, high protein food. I mean, just this past week, my English program had the poetry festival, and I was in charge of, I told my colleagues that even though I couldn't help with the physical aspect of it, I would help with like the paperwork portion of it. as well as dropping by Costco to get, boxes of chips for the event and, some Rice Krispies and things like that. And so, constantly inundated with junk food. And, when we have events at school, there's always, like less than healthy food for me. But it's been a blessing because I haven't been really tempted by that. Because anytime I get tempted, I immediately think about what am I, risking. And for me, I am hoping to just, continue and be able to continue this new lifestyle because I certainly want to be as, I want to live as long as God allows me to, enjoying all of his blessings as much as I can. And so, very hard lesson learned, but, in as much as I can help to increase that, I want to be a good steward, basically, of what he's given me. So, yeah, so that's been a blessing. And, one of the other blessings, even though I'm a little sad that Bentley's no longer, living at my house, is that Bentley has now, moved to be with my sister at her new place because it helps me not to have to take care of him for morning walks and evening walks and things like that. And so at least up until the summer when, school goes on break, he will be there until the spring term ends, and then we'll see if I should bring him back home. So I don't know. I think he likes it at the new place. So we'll see. I mean, we don't want to keep shuffling him back and forth anyway. So anyway, so that is my update. Happy mail, certainly, but I also wanted to update you a little bit more extensively on this health journey as much as I could without, going into full details. Yesterday I did go to see my doctors and it was good. I mean, it was packed. I think I left at 11:30 or so in the morning and then didn't finish with all of my appointments until probably about 6 o'clock. But it was, again, I was just reminded, I am so blessed that I am still able to, drive myself and to still, have this positive hope and continue in my treatment of healing. So, every day I can sense that God is healing me. It may not be at the rate that I would like. Wouldn't it be great? Snap. And then I'm all like, well, but I know that certainly in the long time that it's taking my body to heal, I am learning invaluable lessons. So, I hope that God finds me a good student, that I can learn what he teaches me and learn it well. I've been told by my teachers that I am a good student when I apply myself, right? So I am certainly applying myself. So hopefully I'm learning some really good life lessons, spiritual lessons, and all of that good stuff. So anyway, I don't want to keep you guys too long. We are approaching 25 minutes on this video. So just thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Cathie. And thank you, the rest of you who are praying for me. Every week I'm going to sound like a broken record, but, please keep praying for me because I think until God takes me home, prayers are going to be at a high premium, So there's that. I have, I think, 2 more videos that I want to share this weekend. My Etsy haul did arrive yesterday before I left for all my doctor's appointments, so I want to share that with you because Maddie has some really cute items in her shop right now, and there's only one set left. And I actually bought my set before she restocked, so the one set left is actually a result of the restock, but anyway, I'll talk about that later. And then I want to share with you the projects that I created with the BB Craft items. And so I took, I think, 30 minutes or so the other day doing some crafting, and I'm hoping to do a little bit of crafting after I upload this video, but before I film the BB craft video. But yeah, there are 2 more videos that I am hoping to share with you, so stay tuned for that. And as always, seriously, thank you so much for watching and just keeping me in your prayers and showing me concern. I so appreciate that. So on that note, I wish you all a happy Saturday or Sunday if you're watching it on Sunday, and have a wonderful weekend. God bless. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.